In today's video, we are going to explore some of the many faces of narcissism and look at the different types of narcissists that exist. As always, if you find this helpful, please like and share. Let's begin. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is published by the American Psychiatric Association, lists narcissistic personality disorder as a mental condition in which a person has an exaggerated sense of their own importance, a strong need for excessive attention and praise, and a lack of empathy towards others. It's important to remember that not all narcissists will display all of these signs, but instead will tend to display a few of them quite strongly and others not so much. So let's see what they are. Number 1. The grandiose narcissist. The grandiose narcissist is probably the type that most people think of when they hear the word narcissism. They are characterized by their arrogant and over-the-top attitude, their inflated sense of self-importance, their preoccupation with fantasies of success, power and beauty, as well as their need for constant admiration. Grandiose narcissists often have a very high opinion of themselves and believe that they are superior to others. They expect to be recognized as being special without having actually done anything to deserve it. And they are usually quite charming and charismatic on the surface, which can make it difficult for other people to see through their facade. Grandiose narcissists are often the type of people who are very successful in their careers and may hold positions of power and authority. This is because they are often very good at manipulating other people into doing what they want them to do. However, they are also prone to being very volatile and explosive when they don't get their way. They may become angry, bitter, and vindictive towards those who have wronged them, and may lash out in a cruel and vindictive manner. Due to their inability to cope with criticism, they may retaliate with rage or deflect it by attacking others. They are often the type of people who take great pride in their appearance and want to be seen as the most attractive option available. They are often very competitive and may engage in risky behaviors such as substance abuse and infidelity in order to maintain their image. Overall, the grandiose narcissist is a larger-than-life character who can be both fascinating and terrifying. Number 2. The vulnerable narcissist. Unlike the grandiose narcissist who tends to be outgoing and attention-seeking, the vulnerable narcissist is often more introverted and reserved. They may seem shy and unassuming at first, but underneath this facade lies a deep-seated sense of entitlement and a willingness to exploit others in order to get what they want. Despite their seemingly meek and mild-mannered demeanor, vulnerable narcissists are just as entitled and manipulative as grandiose narcissists. They believe that they are superior to others and that they deserve special treatment. However, they are less likely to be open about their beliefs and more likely to hide them behind a veil of shyness and insecurity. When confronted with criticism, vulnerable narcissists may become defensive and dismissive. They may accuse others of being jealous or spiteful and claim that they are only saying negative things out of jealousy or personal gain. They may also use their victim status as a way to manipulate others into doing what they want. By playing the innocent and helpless victim, they can avoid taking responsibility for their actions and make others feel guilty for mistreating them. Ultimately, the vulnerable narcissist is a complex and dangerous personality type that can be difficult to identify and even more challenging to deal with. Number 3. The antagonistic narcissist. The antagonistic narcissist is someone who is disagreeable and hostile towards other people. They are often manipulative and deceptive in their interactions with others and may use tactics such as lying, cheating, and blackmail to get what they want. Unlike the more passive-aggressive malignant narcissist, the antagonistic narcissist is characterized by a lack of remorse and a tendency to blame others for their own mistakes. They are often motivated by a desire for power and control and will take advantage of others in order to achieve their goals. Antagonistic narcissists often view the world as a competitive and cutthroat place where only the strong survive. As a result, they are willing to do whatever it takes to win, regardless of the cost to others. They are also prone to becoming extremely defensive when confronted with criticism and may resort to gaslighting in order to manipulate the situation in their favor. In relationships, antagonistic narcissists can be possessive and jealous, and may try to isolate their partners from their loved ones in order to control them more effectively. Number 4. The malignant narcissists. Malignant narcissism is a rare but extremely dangerous form of the condition in which the narcissist has additional antisocial characteristics such as sadism and a lack of empathy. People with malignant narcissistic personality disorder are often charming and charismatic on the surface, but underneath this facade lies a deeply disturbed and destructive personality. They are often driven by a desire for power and control and will use any means necessary to achieve their goals. Unlike other forms of narcissism, malignant narcissism is characterized by a lack of remorse or shame, even when confronted with the harm that they have caused others. They may even take pleasure in the suffering of others and use it to further their own interests. Malignant narcissists are often psychopathic or sociopathic and may engage in criminal activity. They are also highly skilled at manipulation and deception, and are often able to evade accountability for their actions. They may use charm and charisma to manipulate others into doing what they want or resort to threats and intimidation when they don't get their way. Number 5. The covert narcissist. The covert narcissist is a secretive and manipulative individual who uses underhanded tactics to get ahead. Unlike the more overt and attention-seeking malignant narcissist, the covert narcissist prefers to operate in the shadows, using stealth and deception to achieve their goals. They are often driven by a deep-seated insecurity, and will go to great lengths to avoid being exposed as frauds. Covert narcissists often suffer from social anxiety disorder, which makes them extremely uncomfortable in social situations. As a result, they tend to be introverted, and may even be mistaken for being shy. However, once they are in a position of power, they become extremely controlling and demanding. They expect others to do what they want without question and will punish anyone who dares to cross them. Covert narcissists are also extremely sensitive to criticism and will respond with rage and vindictiveness if they perceive it as a threat to their fragile ego. They may lash out verbally or physically and will not forgive those who have wronged them. Number 6. The communal narcissist. The communal narcissist is a unique and somewhat controversial subtype of narcissism that is characterized by a combination of narcissistic and altruistic tendencies. These individuals are driven by a need for validation and admiration, just like other narcissists, but they also have a strong desire to be seen as selfless and compassionate. Unlike other types of narcissists who pursue power and status, the communal narcissist is more likely to be drawn to professions such as social work, counseling, or religious ministry, which allow them to help others while still receiving the attention and admiration that they crave. However, this doesn't mean that they are actually selfless or altruistic. Instead, they are motivated by a desire to be seen as good and compassionate in order to win the approval and admiration of others. When their needs are not met, they may become manipulative and vindictive towards those who have wronged them. Number 7. The intimate narcissist. Intimate narcissism is a lesser-known form of the condition that occurs in close relationships. Intimate narcissists are often charming and charismatic individuals who use their interpersonal skills to dominate and exploit their partners. Unlike other types of narcissists who seek power and status externally, intimate narcissists use their influence within the relationship to control and manipulate their partners. They often have a strong sense of entitlement and expect their partners to cater to their every need. Intimate narcissists are also extremely sensitive to any perceived rejection or abandonment and may become enraged or vindictive if they feel that their partners are no longer meeting their needs. Number 8. The somatic narcissistic personality. Somatic narcissistic personality is a lesser-known subtype of narcissism that is characterized by an excessive preoccupation with one's own physical appearance. Unlike other forms of narcissism, somatic narcissism is not necessarily associated with grandiose or antisocial traits, but rather with a preoccupation with body image and physical perfection. Individuals with somatic narcissistic personality may be driven by a need to be seen as attractive and desired, but this preoccupation can become all-consuming and can lead to unhealthy behaviors such as extreme dieting or over-exercising. They may also become upset when their appearance does not receive the attention or admiration that they feel it deserves. As you can see, there are many different types of narcissists out there, and they can all exhibit a wide range of behaviors. It's important to remember that not all narcissists will display all of these signs, but instead will tend to display a few of them quite strongly and others not so much. If you have any experiences with different types of narcissists, we would love to hear from you in the comments below. Please like and share if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.